The Louisiana Christian University Wildcats are getting ready for their home opening game this Saturday against Langston University, and we are going to preview it with you today. Welcome to Cat Chat with head coach Ben McLaughlin. I'm Al Quartemont. Coach McLaughlin joins us on the set, and I know you guys are anxious for this first home game.
We are. It's good to be here, and we've been preparing pretty all week long, and so it's only Wednesday, but it's gonna be here before you know it.
And you started out the season with two really challenging road games, a very tough opponent in St. Thomas, and then this last week going to Houston Baptist and facing a 1AA school, FCS school. So as you come into this first home game, what do you think that you drew from those two road games that will help you?
Right. I mean, we honestly feel like that, those two games we played were maybe against two teams that are as tough as any team that we played last year. And our kids knew that going in, and we knew when we were going down to Miami, we were picking a fight with one of the best teams in the nation, and they proved it last week. They traveled to Chicago and played the number 8 ranked team in the nation. I think they were up 27-7 at halftime on them. So they're everything that we all thought they were going to be. And then Houston Christian, I mean, obviously that's a game that Coach Maddox scheduled, and we all do because that's a money game for us. Sure. That is a way that we can help our to run a football program and all the things that we need to do. Those are games that are just necessary, but our kids like those because they get to go play at that level. And yes, the score didn't come out the way we wanted it, but when you go and look at clips and you can see some of our guys on play-to-play basis that compete and win so many reps in that. And so when you go down and watch the film and you go one play at a time, you get a lot of wins out of that, and you get kids that get confidence, even though, I mean, we always tell them the scoreboard's for the fans. Whether you're up 70-0 or you're down 70-0, that's for the fans. Our job is to play every play and coach every rep, and so we really came out of that, I feel like, with a lot of confidence because we did have we grew from week 1 to week 2, and so I think we're as ready as anything to go on and I think we're really ready to get on to conference play here for week 3.
And I was looking at some of the stats, and when you kind of break down some things, there were a lot of positives. You rushed for 168 yards, 323 yards in total offense. You recovered 3 fumbles. And you even had the advantage in time of possession. It just didn't translate on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think, we had 107 yards rushing. I think 30 of that was that we lost from. So when you look at the times that we just handed the ball to the running back, I mean, we gained over 200 yards on the ground. I think we averaged over more than 40 yards to carry on our true runs. Our defense held tough. I mean, they took a kickoff return back, but middle of the second quarter, it was 15-0. Our defense played extremely well in the first half, and so there was the energy that we played with. I think we solved. Execution-wise, we still didn't play perfect, but we definitely got better. And so we came out of that one. You go everywhere to win the football game, but we're talking about being process-oriented, not being results-oriented. And so when you look at the process of what that game was and how we approached it and where we came out of it, I feel like we're moving in the right direction.
And I know that there were several times you went for it on 4th down, only converted 1 out of 7. But is that going to be a feature of your team moving forward this year? It's
all about game flow. They were very explosive on offense, and so when a lot of things go into that. Obviously, the actual down and distance. Obviously, if you're into the wind and you're only going to punt it 20 yards, if you're only, you might as well give it. There's a lot of analytics that are now with these things now that traditionally, everybody punts on 4th down and whatever. But nowadays, with all the numbers, it definitely makes it a little bit gray. So we're definitely gonna we'll take chances, but they're gonna be calculated for sure. And a lot of that is because I just tell the defense we trust that you can come on the field and you can make stops as well. And so some of that's calculated, some of that is because at the point where we're at there, ball's in the middle of the field. At the time of that game, it just gives us an opportunity to get another rep and get rolling on it. And so I think that is the where all of football now is going. If you go look at the NFL, I mean, you look at and sometimes it works out in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Going forward on 4th down gives you a 4% better chance of winning the game. But you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work anyways, even though the numbers swing that way. So you've got to be prepared on both sides. But we're definitely going to be exciting, and we're going to roll the dice when we get the right options.
So no one's going to confuse LC with an Andy Boone coach team.
Well, you never know. I like some of the stuff he does is interesting for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about Langston. This will be the 4th time that you have faced them as a program, and LCU is 3-0 all time. I remember that first game 3 years ago was a little bit of an upset, and then the last 2 years LC has followed that up, including a big win last year, 35-22 on the road. This team comes in 0-1. They had a pretty tough game last week, losing 72-0 to Central Oklahoma, a Division II team. So what have you seen about them so far?
Langston historically has been a great program, and they are a great program. I mean, when you go look last year, I think they lost 3, maybe 4 games. I think they were all teams that finished at the top of their conference, finished in the top 25. So they are extremely talented. They are coached extremely well. They do a great job. They've always, when you look at the game that 35-23, but I think LC, we jumped on them early and got them down by a few scores, and then from about the middle second quarter on, it was touchdown for touchdown. So if we don't get a couple of those early scores and it's a tight ball game in the second quarter, I mean that game flow did not look as wide as what the score was. They did a really good job. They schemed it up really well, and so we're expecting them to come in, and we're thinking they're going to be one of the top. They're in the top 3-4 teams in this conference, and they feel like they're going to come in and try to go for a conference championship like they've won a lot of them before. So they're very good. They're very talented. They spread it out. They have a quarterback that can make plays with his arm and his feet. They're very athletic on defense. I mean, they're going to be bringing. I mean, they've got a lot of tradition in that university, and so I told our guys, that they're probably going to come in hungry. I mean, right now, since we've joined it, they've been 0-3 against us, but they've all been contested. They've all been one-score games or at least close games, especially that first year. And so if they think that we're just going to be able to roll the ball out and win because we're LCU, that's not how it works. We had to earn it every day this week, and so I feel like we've done that, but we're going to find out when the whistle blows on Saturday.
How excited do you feel your team is to have this first home game?
We're definitely ready to get back home. That trip to Miami felt like it was that was a long trip, and then even Houston Christian, and so we haven't had a home game since the scrimmage that we had, in the middle of August. So I know a lot of our guys are excited. We dress a little bit more, so get some of those young guys that get to dress out and be on the sideline with us. A lot of excitement there. You get to a lot of their, some of their family and more. The students are going to be able to see us. So I think we're playing on that. We haven't lost a home game since 2021, and so we're really challenging them to keep that going. And so I think this has been a place that we've always played well at. Everybody loves to play well at home, and so I fully expect our guys to take that challenge on and be ready for it.
So the kickoff will be at 6 o'clock at Wildcats Stadium. The Wildcats taking on Langston University. So we're looking forward to this. We'll have both the video stream that you can find through lcwildcats.net, and the radio broadcast will be on 970 AM KSYL 104.9 FM as well. So we're looking forward to continuing to do this show and having a great year for the Wildcats.
Yep, Al, appreciate it. Thank you guys, and look forward to seeing everybody out on Saturday night.
Absolutely. So we'll see you out at the stadium Saturday. This has been Cat Chat with Ben McLaughlin. I'm Al Quartemont. Hope you have a great day.